Why does van life create so much criticism and hatred? Why do we never share our park ops and the area that we're staying in? A lot of videos that seem to be negative. Some van lifers, they have like a bad attitude. Hey everyone, welcome to another video where you join us in Scotland, and today we're going visiting Wallago Steps. Now what we're going to do in today's video as well, we're going to answer some of your questions that you guys have been asking us, so for now, let's go. So where we've come today, it's not far from where we're staying, so we thought we'd come and visit. Sorry if it's a little bit windy, because obviously if you look over there you can see that the sea's there, and obviously it's very windy. So if you're going to come and visit here, you just need to know that it's very steep, it's very hilly, as you can see over here. And there's there's about 300 steps that obviously you need to come up if you want to come here. So in the 1700s, this is when they put these steps here, and then in the 1800s they used to have like about 20 boats that would go fishing out there, and obviously the boats would come in here. They still used it here as well up until the 1900s, where they still had, you know, some fishing boats, but now they don't do any of it here. But you know what? Look at it, it's just amazing. So we've just come to the car park, and again, just look at that amazing view there. And we've just been talking to Steph and which one is your fella that's hiding over there? He's a bit shy on camera, but this is the first time you've done the NC 500, yeah. And I've just been like telling them, because we've done it so many times, the treat that they're in for, especially when they go on the west coast. And they've just been saying that they've managed to get away with it, you know, from the kids for a little bit. But I think you should say hi to your kids while you're on video at least.
Okay. Hi Will, hi Eve, hi Dan. Hope you're all okay and the house is safe.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
But she's having the time of her life, so she's not thinking about you really.
We might not come back. One
of the obvious things that you might ask about van life is, you know, what's the best thing about it? The best thing about van life is the freedom that you get being, you know, having a camp van and being able to like go where, you know, you want, you know, and you don't have to like really arrange it so much, you know, as you would like if you was going on like on a different type of holiday. And the other thing is as well, as you've just seen, it's meeting like-minded people as well. We've just been speaking to them about, you know, all things van life, and was there for ages. And do you know what? That's another great thing about van life. Why does van life create so much criticism and hatred? No matter what you do in life, you're always going to get haters, and you're always going to get criticism. Now a lot of the hatred comes from, you know, like some like locals and things, and like other people, and it's because like some van lifers, they have like a bad attitude towards van life. And some van lifers, they do need some constructive criticism. For example, leave no trace. Now the thing is, you know, I do understand why some locals, you know, do have sort of like these attitudes, you know, toward van lifers and that, but the only people that can change that are van lifers themselves, you know, like people that have got camper vans and motorhomes. You know, like with the attitude that some of them have got, you know, it's a good idea to sort of like spread out that positivity. Now the thing is, as van lifers ourselves, we're not perfect. We've had criticism in the past, and for example, we was in Europe once and we was well camping in an area that, you know, we shouldn't have been well camping, And the police did come and they told us to move on. Now, after speaking to the police, they basically told us that even though we're not supposed to stay there, they said that if we left early, we could actually like stay overnight, because, you know, we spoke to them on a level and we was like, you know, said, look, you know, we know we shouldn't be here, but with the attitude that we had with them, sort of like, you know, listening, understanding everything, listening to them, they said we could stay overnight. So again, with van lifers, attitude is everything. If you've got like a good attitude and like willing to move on and listen to people, that again could change the attitude of like some locals have towards van lifers. You know, it's something for all of us to think about. One of the most popular questions that we do get asked all the time, and especially when we've done a video where we're well camping and things, is why do we never share our park ops and the area that we're staying in? Okay, so we've seen other people on social media sharing where they're staying and things, and like I said, it's just our opinion that we don't personally think it's right that if we did a video and we shared like the location that we was well camping in, potentially like hundreds of people could just like turn up and, you know, and like go to these areas. The thing is, that's not really fair on the locals, is it? So, and over the years of van life, it's something that we've never done, and we're never going to do that. The other thing is as well, as part of your van life adventure, you should discover your own park ops, because that's just part of the excitement. The next question here, and read this one out because it's quite a long one. So, it says, I am new to van life and have been watching many YouTubers. A lot of them say how good van life is, but there is a lot of videos that seem to be negative. Yes, we've also seen a lot of negative information out there where, you know, people say that, like, you know, locals don't welcome van lifers, you know, angry locals have chased people out, locals have like been throwing items at them and things and threatening them and things, and also saying like how unbearable van life is. Yet some of these people that like put information like that out there, week after week, month after month, year after year, still do van life and still give this information. But if it's that unbearable, why would they do that? You see a lot on social media about how like van life, how negative it is. But think about it, if it's truly that negative, why is the people that's giving this information still continuing to do it? Just remember, negativity, it seems to sell, it seems to get clicks, and it seems to get views. Just think about that. We've been doing van life for 7 years now, and in that 7 years we've had one incident where people tried getting in the van, and anyway, it de-escalated quite quickly. Now, in all the time that we've been doing van life, we've travelled a lot. We've been to Europe, we've done like lots of places in the UK, and a couple of examples that I'm going to give you talking about like people's attitudes towards us. So we was in a small town in Scotland once, and when we were there, we parked up and we seen like there was some locals there. Anyway, we got talking to these locals. They ended up giving us a tour around, telling us about all these different things and that, and they actually told us how grateful they are for van lifers that come to their town, because they help with the economy. They go to the shops, they buy gifts and things. And another example is when we was in Europe, again we was well camping somewhere, and I was stood outside and I was like cooking some food in this small car park. Someone came over to us and they was like walking over and like approaching us, and I was kind of like thinking, oh, we might get told that we can't be here and things. And he came over and he was basically complimenting, saying how good the food smells and everything. Got talking to him, and it turned out he was a local, and he was talking to us and he was telling us all the different places to go. He was like saying how good the food looked. He was telling us about like how friendly people are around there and things, and how they welcome van life. So don't let the negativity that you see on some social media put you off doing anything that you want to do. Go out and try it for yourself. Get your own experiences and don't listen to others.
Hello everybody, welcome to my world.
So
What's going on here?
barbecue time, and just in time to answer some questions that we've been asked, and it's good to get someone else's opinion on them.
That's a surprise. Let me just get on with my stuff here and I can talk to you in the meantime, hopefully.
Another question that we get asked, and we've been asked a few times, is when we're camping, do we prefer it if it's too hot or too cold? So straight away I'm going to go to Conrad and I'm going to get your opinion, because obviously you've done a lot of camp fan travel. Too hot or too cold?
Definitely too cold.
Yeah.
I can wrap myself up, put extra layers on, control it.
Yeah, there you go. It's the same for us. We enjoy like a lot of winter travel, and that's what we're doing at the moment. We're on, you know, we're travelling and it's winter. We've come to Scotland, and like Conrad said, you know, it's easier to like put more layers on and things. So what is the most essential item to have while you're traveling your camper van? Let's come to Conrad first.
Well, I have always said I was a rich monkey. It's so practical. You can put a lot of food on it. Everything you can think of.
Yeah, we use the same for everything that we cook in the camper van as well. So Conrad, a question that we'll get asked that I'm going to ask you is, what is the hardest part about camper van travel?
Traveling on unknown roads where there's no clear signs to show the direction, and some of them they're not really usable for high or wide vehicles. Well, it's happened to me in the past. I was driving along and they're putting all the details of my vehicle on the sat-nav. Basically, I got into the stage that I wasn't sure I can get through the bridge. It was like lower hang bridge and the height wasn't described on it. So,
yeah, well, when we was in Croatia, we just put the sat nav in, but we didn't even put the size of the van or anything in, and we drove and we got to this bridge, but the bridge had
didn't have nothing in it.
Yeah.
So we was going to try it, and it looked like we wasn't going to fit. So Tom had to get out and be like, stand underneath.
And Brett was stood in front. Brett was stood like at the bridge, like trying.
When he started to drive to try it, I was stood in the thing going, yeah, no, yeah.
Food time. Please consider subscribing, follow us on our social media, and until the next one, thanks for watching. Bye for now.